Hey guys, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to be updated every time I make a new video. Thanks, let's begin. Alien. I do have the 4K, I just can't find it anywhere. Story of my life. The plot! A crew of 7 are bringing back a cargo aboard a spaceship. They're heading to Earth when they are intercepted by a transmission. And, by company protocol, they have to go investigate. On the planet, they discover a nest of eggs, with angry inhabitants within. One is brought back aboard, and everything culminates in absolute space horror. This is a slow-burn sci-fi horror film. Not this entire series, pretty much just the first one. The first half hour is incredibly tedious with what's actually transpiring on screen. Even after that, you have to wait another 10 to 15, maybe even 20 minutes until the second act kicks in. You all know me, I love cheesy movies, action, horror, but I still think Alien is my favorite of the franchise. Why? Well, I hate to use this, but nostalgia plays a big part of that. And I'm not saying that I saw Alien and then I saw Aliens many years later. It's actually quite the opposite. I saw Alien, and then about a couple weeks later I saw Aliens. But Alien always stuck with me. I saw it when I was 8 or so, and loved every minute of it. The whole story, the characters, the acting, the camera work, cinematography, lighting, gore, effects, and music are all so engraved in my memory. Let me break it down for you. While the story is a bit drawn out, it doesn't feel like it is like that on purpose. Either everything has a point or is addressed, so that it all makes sense. Like the scene where Ripley berates Ash for breaking protocol.
Please don't do it. Thank you. Sorry.
That entire scene could have been pointless, but where the story goes with the Ash character, it helps his actions make more sense to the viewer. Each character is memorable. I sort of grew up with them in a way. Not like I was there with them or even met them ever once in my life, but Ash, Brett, Dallas, Kane, Lambert, Parker, and Ripley are also relatable and feel like real people. Also, their appearances are not outdated. It is actually timeless attire. They look like truckers in space.
Money's safe. Let's take her down.
What is interesting is they were originally supposed to be characters of interchangeable sex, instead of 5 men and 2 women. Dallas, played by Tom Skerritt, Parker, played by Yaphet Kotto, and Ripley, played by Sigourney Weaver, are pretty much my favorite characters, but I like them all. But it's mainly due to the fact that 2 of them could have passed for the final survivor. Captain Dallas obviously did not want to be there. His character could have had an arc. Instead, his character goes into the air shafts to hunt down the alien 3/4 of the way through the film. This probably shocked a lot of people back in 1979. The captain staring death in the face so early on. It's so crazy it just might work. Alien makes you feel like even if you are the most important person of the crew, you're still not safe. Parker was originally a greedy bastard, but instead grows into a vengeful character. He wants this alien dead for killing his friend. He's sick and tired of it running around, doing what it wants, killing. Though it is kind of subtly done. It doesn't hit you over the head with, oh, this man, he wants revenge. Here's his whole motivation and everything. It doesn't spoon-feed the audience. It's visible that he wants revenge.
I'm for killing that goddamn thing.
To touch on the topic of Brett, played by Harry Dean Stanton. He did a great job. He doesn't have too many lines, but you can see when shit gets real, he snaps into focus. Before that, he was just a guy doing what he does every day from day to day, and doing what he does as just a mechanic, and repeating everything Parker says. In a way, he kind of reminds me of my grandfather. Just a layback kind of guy, I guess. Speaking of my grandfather, he showed me this when I was 8, as well as Aliens. He also showed me Jaws when I was 3, but yeah. Ripley is a strong female character. Now, I hate that term just being thrown out there. It has to be earned, and she earns it.
Well, let's talk about killing it. We know it's using the air shafts. Will you listen to me, Parker? Shut up!
She doesn't break protocol. She's strict, stern. Kane, played by John Hurt, is not in it too much, but his character is important because he is the catalyst for what happens later in the film. He's always so ready to volunteer, but can be cocky. The less you know about Ash, the better. Ian Holm plays the character perfectly. Lambert is the navigator, but Veronica Cartwright, the actress portraying Lambert, she had originally signed up for the role of Ripley, but when she didn't get it, she questioned the director, Ridley Scott, why am I not in this role when I already prepared for it? And she didn't understand the character of Lambert. And Ridley said, you are the audience. Speaking of Ridley Scott, the film looks amazing. It's magnificent to watch, and that is due to his vision of the film. The landscapes, exteriors, and interiors are all impressive. The film had a much smaller budget, like half of what it actually ended up having, maybe a quarter, until 20th Century Fox stepped in to pay the extra money for this amazing film. So I can only wonder what a low-budget Alien would have looked like. I know there are rip-offs and cash-ins, but imagine if this only cost $4.5 million. From the opening titles, where one letter appears at a time, half a letter, then a full letter, and then it keeps on going, to the first object on screen, the Nostromo. Everything just looks natural. The planet itself feels windy and cold. The shots of the crashed ship are eerie. The lighting is almost impeccable. They worked hard on the effects for this movie, and the choice to show most of it in the dark was risky but clever and ingenious. It's all the more effective when you don't see something that is there. It gives your brain a chance to process what it's seeing. For the gore, the effects, it's not the most graphic movie, but there are some parts. The chest-bursting scene is iconic, as well as when someone has the second mouth impale them through the skull. It's all ghastly and gruesome. Bulai Badejo, in his only credited acting role, plays the alien that would eventually be called a xenomorph in the following sequels. This movie makes it seem like it's pure nightmare material, because it is. It majestically motions toward its prey, as if doing a seductive dance. It's crazy. It could even make jazz hands seem terrifying. The other effects, like the organic look to the egg and facehugger, as well as the insane design for the chest burster, are freaky. During the first major effects scene, the actors and actresses didn't realize how graphic it was going to actually be. They didn't expect so much blood, really kind of kept that a secret, so their reactions are genuine. The sets and miniatures are fantastic. They look natural and so lifelike. The crew did a fantastic job. For the motion picture soundtrack, I have the Entrada Double Disc Special Edition for the score for the film. It fits the movie so well. It has a semi-romantic quality, but the terror is real, though. The use of horns and even the sounds of buzzing are eerie. Downright riveting is a good way to describe it. The movie would not be as effective without it. I mean, it'd still work with another score, but I feel it really lends a hand to this film's atmosphere. From the opening titles to the resolution themes, you feel like you've gone on a journey with these characters. And then there's a huge weight lifted off your shoulders by the end. It's an overwhelmingly joyous relief. Overall, Alien is one of the best sci-fi horror films ever. It's genuinely terrifying. And it's sci-fi. It's funny that it might not have existed without Jaws or Halloween. Jaws in terms of creature feature, Halloween in terms of slasher. Because it is a haunted house in space slasher story, pretty much. And it wouldn't have been financed the $11 million without the help of Star Wars. It's profited nicely. Dan O'Bannon, who worked on Dark Star, Life Force, Total Recall, Return of the Living Dead, wrote a marvelous script that has been ripped off, parodied, and told throughout the years.
Making him a tough little son of a bitch.
The only problem it might have with some viewers is the pacing, but I can't deduct points off of that because it's even in my own personal preference I like that. You feel like you're holding your breath throughout the whole film. Then you slightly let go, and into that same breath of air will suck right back in when you go. When it's over, you stumble away, fully aware you just experienced something truly alien. The director's cut, I like a couple scenes where Lambert attacks Ripley for not letting them through the hatch when she didn't want to break protocol. And Ripley finding Dallas near the end is a love it or hate it kind of thing with me, because I like the order the characters are taken out in, and it feels like, oh, well, the captain has to go out last, because, captains always go down with their ship. But for him to go earlier is more effective to me. Also, Brett's extended death sequence is way more terrifying, with Parker and Ripley running out to go see what happened, and the blood coming down on top of Parker. So yeah, I'd always prefer watching the theatrical cut, but the director's cut is a nice change, but still excellent film all around. Thank you all for watching. I've been your host, Brian Gatto. Make sure to like, comment down, as well as share this video, like my Facebook fan page. Also hit that notification bell to be notified every time I make a new video, and as always, subscribe. Jazzy hands.